Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're all doing okay and having a great day and an amazing week. My name is Effie and today we're testing the Beautybay New Moods palette. It looks like this. This is one of their 20 pan limited edition palettes. I don't know if you can still get it, but I bought it quite a while ago and I just thought I'd do the video on it because I'm sure plenty of people bought it. I just thought I'd show you my initial look with it. This isn't a very Effie look, considering the palette is quite colourful. I don't think many of you would have thought I'd go for the browns, but I've been feeling my browns recently. So I will be showing you how to do this look in its entirety. I will be running through my base, but there's no new products other than the lip product, which I talk about at the end. But my base has no new products in it, so I've just sped up the footage and chucked some music over the top of it so that it's not a long video. You can still see what I'm using. Everything is still listed in the description box, but you can still see what I'm doing and you don't have to listen to me talk about everything for no good reason. So let me know what you think of that format. I have a bunch of eyeshadow palettes to test, like a bunch. Like the rest of this year is pretty much just testing eyeshadow palettes. So let me know if this format works for you, because then I'll just keep doing it in all of the videos. But let me know what you think of the eye look, let me know what you think of the lip. The lip I've tested is the MAC Velvet Teddy. I've never tested this before. I've never tested MAC lipsticks before, so you get my first impression on that as well. But if that sounds interesting to you, please do just keep on watching. If you enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. I put up one video a week and it's always makeup content, so if that sounds like the type of thing, then this is the place for you. It is free to subscribe, the button is just down below, so click it if you would like to see more videos. But other than that, I will let you enjoy the video. Let's start with the eyes, and like I said in the intro, we are testing the New Mood palette by Beautybay. This palette's been out a while and probably is no longer available. It might be, I'm really not sure, I don't keep up. This is the palette here. I'll be honest, I've already filmed this, my camera didn't save it, so I'm going to do some swatches, but I've already done some. So one shade I really want to swatch is this one here called Euphoric. I'm going to do two mattes, two shimmers. I'm going to do this one here called Passionate because when I swatched it the first time, it swatched beautifully. I'm going to do the green called Energetic, which I actually didn't swatch the first time. I have no idea why. And then I've already swatched this one, so I'm going to swatch this one because they both are just topper shades. This one is pink called Free and this one is blue called Serene. They look beautiful. Stunning. I might use that on my eyes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I actually really like the top shades, and actually I really liked the blue one as well when I swatched that. The point I got to first time filming was about, like, I'd done my matte shades on my eyes, so I haven't actually tested the shimmers on my eyes, and what I'm doing on my eyes today is like a drawn out halo eye using the browns in this top corner. And then I think I'm going to do a bit of blue on my lower lash line, because why not? I haven't done a look like that in years. So I'll zoom you in. I'm going to use the Beautybay eye base. I'm going to film one eye and then do the other one as an Instagram video. So let's zoom you in. My eye base is on and the first shade we're going in with is this shade here called Powerful. I'm not too focused on the blend right now. I'll blend all the shades again afterwards, but that shade packs on beautifully. It's a very rich colour. It's very pigmented. Didn't have to dip in loads of times, really easy to work with. I have made a bit of a mess of the shape, but honestly the shape I did before was even worse, so I'm pretty okay with this so far. Now I'm going in with the shade Curious, and I'll basically just be putting that around that dark brown shade. Again, another shade that goes on absolutely beautifully. It's just what I need to blend out that darker brown shade. It looks really nice. These are the sort of browns that I tend to go for on a regular basis anyway. One thing I will say, the palette is incredibly pigmented, which is fine, but for my everyday, like when I'm doing my makeup for work and stuff, I actually don't love it when palettes are too pigmented. I actually prefer to have a little bit of wiggle room to like build up products, which I know is a bit weird, but I think this wouldn't be like my everyday work palette is what I'm trying to say, because it is just a bit too pigmented, a bit too much. But for YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, it's absolutely amazing. I should also say, so this is my 6th palette in this format from Beautybay that I've tested. I've tested the Wilderness, the Sunset Horizons, the Age of Opulence and the Dark Fantasy palettes before. My Dark Fantasy palette went up very recently, my video testing it. So this is my 6th, 5th, fifth, and I have another one coming. I also have Love Notes. I love these palettes. The formula from Beautybay is amazing anyway, but these palettes just are next level. I'm going in with the shade Optimistic. Again, another shade that's gone on absolutely beautifully. I used a fluffier brush and I think actually it diffuses it really nicely without having to put too much work in. And it looks really nice. I've not really put much effort into my blend yet, but it's already looking pretty good. And now the final matte shade I'm going to use is Grateful, and again, just going to run that around the edges. Super soft, super gentle, exactly what I wanted. All I'm going to do now is just run back through all of those blends, re-intensify them, re-blend them a little bit more, and then we'll go in with our shimmer. Super easy to blend. I am actually really impressed with the mattes so far. Although they are neutrals and browns and not really my everyday thing, I'm pretty sure most of you will have seen this palette and just assumed I would have gone for a colourful look, but I'm feeling the neutrals right now. I am really impressed with them. They've gone on beautifully. They're very pigmented, like incredibly so, which I expect nothing less from Beautybay. I will say I do hold Beautybay at a slightly higher standard than most brands because I expect them to create really good palettes, particularly in this 20 pan format. Now, what I'm going to do is I have to use that shade Euphoric, so I'm going to pack that all over my lid, and then I might put a little bit of this one called Gracious just through the centre. That Euphoric shade is absolutely everything. It's got like a green shift. If you've watched my YouTube channels, you'll know that I love green eyeshadow. I think it's one of my favourites, quite easily, by far. I will say I did have to go in with my finger just to sort of make it a bit more opaque. Without my finger, with just a brush, it looked a little bit more like a topper shade, which is fine. Happy to use it as a topper shade. And I was happy to go in with my finger on this occasion, and I would be in the future as well. It went on really nicely. I don't think I actually needed to use the shade Gracious, but seeing as I said I was going to, I did just put a little bit on the centre, and I do think it looks really nice. It's a completely different formula to the Euphoric shade. I think the Euphoric shade is a bit more like their putty formulas, which aren't my favourite. If you've seen me talk about their other palettes in these formats, you'll know that I really don't like the putty formula, but they are gorgeous eyeshadows. They just work better with your finger, and I don't like using my fingers for my makeup. But yeah, that is the eye look. Obviously I do still want to do blue on my lower lash line, and I'm going to do my base on camera even though there's no new products. I'm just going to quickly run through it. I might even just speed it up and put music over the top, but that is the eye look for now. What I'm going to do now is go off camera and do the other eye, and then we'll come back, run through the base, and then we'll finish up with the lash line and things like that. Eyes are looking much more even. What I'm going to do now is go through my base. What I think I'm going to do is I'll show all the products on screen. They'll also be listed in the description box like they always are for my videos, but I'm just going to speed up the entire footage so that it's a bit shorter. I'm not testing any new products. It's all stuff you've seen before. So yeah, I hope that's okay. I just don't really want to bore you with the same products over and over and over again. So let's speed it up. So there we go, that is most of my base done. Now we're going to finish up the lower lash line. I've zoomed you back in and we're going to stick to the blues. I think I'm going to stick to like these two blues. I might put a little bit of the shimmer on like the middle or something, but we're going to start with the shade Confident. I kept that super close to the lash line because I don't think I want this to be super blown out on the lower lash. So I'm keeping that super tight to the lash line so that it can look really nice, I guess. Now I'm going in with this shade here called Content. This is a bit more of a periwinkle than I would like. I'd like a bit more of like a standard blue, but we're dealing with what we have. I was worried that I initially put it too low down, and I think I did, but I don't think it's that bad. What I'm actually going to do now is go in with a little bit of that, what I'm going to do now is go in a little bit with that Grateful shade, which is like the very pale nude, and just neaten it up. And that's all it takes. I'm actually not going to put the blue shimmer on my lower lash line. What I'm actually going to do is, when I find a brush, take the blue shifty shade called Serene and put that on my inner corner and just drag it ever so slightly along the lower lash line. Very subtle, but very nice. Now again, I'm going to go off camera and catch up the other eye so I can film it for an Instagram video or something. And then when I come back, we'll do mascara and lip. Other eye is caught up, and I've decided to go in with the Made by Mitchell All Smudge No Budge liner in the shade Evolve. I'm going to cut this bit out the video like I always do because I hate watching people put pencils in their waterlines. I imagine I'm not the only one, so I'll see you in a moment. That is done. Now for mascara, I'm using the Lottie London Super Fake Mascara. This was very kindly sent to me by Lottie London quite a while ago, but it's one of my favourite mascaras. Now, just for fun, because I've only tested a new palette and everything else has been stuff I've used before, I'm going to try a new lip product. It's not new, but can you believe I've never tried the MAC lipsticks? This is the shade Velvet Teddy. I think I'm going to need a lip liner, so let me just quickly apply one. I've just applied the Essence Stay 8 Hour Lip Liner in the shade Because Dirt. It might be a bit too pinky, but it looked fine when I put them next to each other. And now let's go in with this. I'm actually super excited. I know these were such a hype so long ago. This is the shade Velvet Teddy. I don't know if I already said that. I'm actually excited. I've never put a MAC lipstick on my lips before. Ooh, that feels nice. That feels so nice. It looks nice as well. I think this is like a matte formula, but it's not too bad. Like, it feels... I understand why people are obsessed with them. I don't quite understand why people bought like every single shade they have, because as much as this is nice and I would wear it, basically I wanted a warmer lip, and all of my nudes are cool toned because I prefer cool tone nudes. So I wanted a warm tone, and so I thought I'd test a new product, and I thought, well, this is a warmer tone. I do really like it. Oh, my hair is a mess. I'll fix that. But I don't understand why everybody bought like every shade that they have. Like I said, I have this one, and I have a mini of the shade Mehr, M-E-H-R, which is like a mauvey shade, which I think I'll really like. I don't see the point in buying like 50 shades of lipstick if you're not going to wear them. But each to their own. So, seeing as this has probably been quite a short video, which is nice because I've done a lot of long videos recently, I'll just review the palette. So, I'll zoom you out a little bit so that you can see me a bit better. There we go. I'm trying not to zoom you out too much because my hair is a mess and I don't want you to look at it too much. Please ignore it. So, the New Mood palette. What do I think of it? First of all, really like the look that I've come up with today. I actually really like the colours. I like the oranges and the blues together. It works beautifully. Mattes work amazing. Shimmers work amazing. Never going to fault the formula of these unless it goes bad, but I've never had issue with them. I've never had a reason to fault their formula. Beautybay have always produced really high quality products, and I knew that going into this video. So I'm just going to talk about the colour scheme really. And I said this when I did the Beautybay Dark Fantasy palette. I sometimes feel they need to edit their colour choices down a little bit. So for this one, for example, I like this. I prefer this to the Dark Fantasy because I feel like it is a bit better thought out. Like, you've got the browns, you've got the blues, you've got the pinks. Then you've got this like quad at the bottom, which I don't love. I kind of wish they switched it up for something else. Like, if you're going to do green, give me a dark green. If you're going to do yellow, actually I don't mind. I could mix those with the browns. This brown, don't mind, can mix it with these browns. Really, it's the green, and honestly, I love green eyeshadow. It's one of my favourite colours to use on my eyes. So for me to complain about a green eyeshadow in a palette, it probably shouldn't be there. Just my opinion. I've never created an eyeshadow palette in my life. I don't know what I'm talking about. But in my mind, these two shades don't really need to be here. The shimmer doesn't bother me that much because I'm happy putting like browns on the lid and any colour shimmer. So the green shimmer, fine, I'll use it. The green matte, I don't think it would get much use in this palette unless I did like black, brown, green blend with maybe a yellow as well, I don't know. But that colour just pops out to me as something that shouldn't be there, and I think the palette would be great without it. I almost wish instead of the green they put like another pink tone in there. But overall I actually like this palette. I prefer it to the Dark Fantasy. I think it will get a decent amount of use. The blues also kind of throw me off because, like I said, this is a bit more of a periwinkle. And this is almost like a lavender blue. Like, it's got a hint of purple in there. So I don't know how I'd feel doing like a blue smoky eye using this palette. I feel like if I were doing a blue smoky eye, I would either go for the Midnight's palette or the Age of Opulence palette. I wouldn't come to this. But that's like how there's blues in the Wilderness palette, but I probably wouldn't use them to create a blue smoky eye. I'd go to the other palettes. So that doesn't bother me too much. Like I said, I've used the blues today, really liked it. I really do like this eye look. I've been feeling my like browns, but more exciting, because this isn't just a standard brown eye look, in my opinion, for me. I quite like it. And actually I really like my base as well. I will do a look using the like pinks and stuff. I probably will use this a bit more, hopefully, on my Instagram. So if you want to see more looks using it, please go and check it out. It is linked down below, but it's just at Effys_place. I really like the shimmers. Overall, really good palette. I know you probably can't get it anymore, but these palettes, the 20 pan limited edition palettes, are always amazing. So if you see a colour scheme that you like and you think you'll use, I promise you the formula won't let you down. And then also, I'll just quickly talk about the lipstick. It feels nice, it looks nice, it has a strong scent that I can still smell, even though it's on my lips. And there's like quite a distance between my upper lip and my nose, but I can still smell it pretty strongly. I do like the colour. I feel like I needed something even warmer than this, something more like orangey, but I wanted to test a new lip product, and this is what we got. I understand why people love them. I definitely will keep wearing this, and I intend to wear it more. I don't get why people would buy like every single shade possible. That's just my opinion. If you have 50 MAC lipsticks, that's fine. I just personally wouldn't do it. But there we go, that is the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's a bit of a different video for me. I feel like normally we run through my whole base and we talk the entire time and, you know, whatever. But I think going forward, particularly because I have a bunch of eyeshadow palettes to test, this is going to be the standard format for a little bit, where I just focus on the eye look, do my base, speed it up, maybe throw in 1 or 2 new products to test, but generally just focusing on the eyes. So let me know what you think about that. Like I said, I do have a ton of eyeshadow palettes to test, and that's why I think this format will work better. But if you don't like that, let me know and I can think of a different way of doing it. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. I put up 1 video a week and it's always makeup content, so if that sounds like the type of thing, then this is the place for you. But other than that, I will let you go. Have a great day, an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!